So I'm here with the last of the 7 spiritual laws I've been teaching on. So the final law of 7 in this book is the law of Dharma, which is like the law of purpose, which says that the absolute consciousness, the field, as he refers to it as the field of pure potentiality in this book, is divine in its essence, and it takes human form for a particular purpose, to fulfill a purpose, and that's why each and every one of us is here, and we are all a part of that, an essential part of that. So he says there's 3 components to this law. The first is discover your higher self, your spiritual self. He says it like this: we must find out for ourselves that inside us is a god or goddess in embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity. So we start not with the individual, even though we have an individual gift, but we start with the ways that we are part of the whole, because that's what Dharma is. Dharma is the big, the analogy I often use with Dharma is like if the entire universe was a tapestry, the tapestry is Dharma. The way it's all woven together is Dharma, and your Svadharma, which means your own personal part of that, is like the one thread that is essential to create that picture, right? You are that thread. You can think about it that way. So first is, though, to connect to that bigger picture, the bigger tapestry of life, the ways that we are all part of that. Then find your purpose, your gift, what you have to offer to the world, what you, in particular, uniquely have to offer. So even if it's something that other people are good at too, it's because there is going to be things that lots of people are good at. No one is going to do it in exactly the way that you do. And you are here to do it exactly the way that you do it. And the key thing with this is, how do you know? How do you know what that thing is for sure? Because you feel joy when you're doing it, because there's pleasure, right? It's not, oh, can I make the most money doing that thing? No, that's not it, right? It's not, can I get the best job doing that thing? No. It's how much joy do I feel doing that thing, right? Joy is an essential part of this. And you know you're doing your Dharma when there is joy. And the last is service to humanity. So it's the shift from what is that thing going to do for me, that gift, to how can I use that gift to help others. And he says really uniquely, well, he says you shift, when you do that, you're shifting from the realm of the ego to the realm of the spirit. And he says, meditation is the most direct way to connect to spirit. That's why one of the goals in yoga is meditation and making that connection. And so if meditation is your practice and you've got that, okay, great. But he says the second best way of making that connection to spirit is to say, how can I help? How can I serve? Because it circles back to that first one that says, oh, I'm part of this bigger picture. It is me out here, and my gifts are important, but they're not any more important than anyone else's. They're not any better than anyone else's. We are all essential. We are all part of this big tapestry. And how can my gifts serve to make that tapestry even more beautiful? So in terms of what we do on our mat, often what I hear is, I can't do that pose, I'm falling out of it, I'm, whatever the thing, right? Run your thing that you say to yourself in your head, I'm not good at that pose, I'm not good at balancing, I'm not good at whatever it is, and come back to, you were created to be exactly who you are. You were created to be in the body that you are in. And you just keep remembering that. And it's not about creating some form or shape with your body, I guess it's a little part of it, if in creating that shape or form in your body moves you towards grace and love and joy and pleasure, and you're like, okay, do that thing. But if it is in any way not doing that, then that's not the thing to do in that moment, Or it's, can I do the best that I can do in that thing, and that be enough? Because it is enough. Because it is what you are meant to do in that pose, in your body, in that moment. And I know that sounds, as my 20-year-old would say, hippy dippy yoga, whatever. I won't use the word he uses. Living in an army barracks, there's a lot of language that comes out. But it's not that, it's legit. Your body was put together in the way that it was put together because it's exactly how it's supposed to be, which isn't to say you can't get more flexible or you can't get more strong within that form. You can, of course, and that's part of what we're doing. But the first is, can I do it with joy? Can I do it with love? What is my gift to give? And if you are beating yourself up, whether it's during yoga or doing anything that you're doing, you are not bringing that gift to the world, and the world needs it. It's why you're here. Okay, that's the thoughts. Let's bring it into some movement, but let's first, again, go back to that first component, which is discover your spiritual self. Find the God or goddess embryo within you. So as you close your eyes, turn towards that part of yourself. Turn to the essence of divinity that is alive within you, that is pulsing through your veins, that is beating your heart, that is breathing your breath, that is alive inside of you. That is your skin, that is your muscles, that is your bones, that is everything that makes you exactly who you are. And if you deny any part of that, any part of any of those things, you deny the world your gifts. You deprive the world of your gift.